It's Breaking Prophecy News, your top Bible targets today. It's Tuesday, January 31st, the end of the month, 2017 already. Top breaking news today, very seriously, the Islamic Republic of Iran has fired a ballistic missile in defiance of the UN resolution. Jerusalem Journal reports yesterday the world learned that Iran recently tested a missile with a payload comparable to a nuclear warhead. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the test, quote, a flagrant violation of UN Security Council. President Trump and his new ambassador to the UN called for an emergency meeting of the Security Council. They meet today. Iran's foreign minister says they would never use its missile to attack another country. And yet pictures show the missile inscribed with the words, Israel must be destroyed, which is the Islamic Republic of Iran's one goal and mission. Plus, what are you testing it for if you're not going to use it? And yet, most of the so-called protesters are losing their minds over a temporary pause in travel from 7 terrorist countries. In more news this morning, the nation's new acting attorney general is ordering the Justice Department to defend President Trump's executive order on travel and immigration. Dana Bentay took on the role last night after Sally Yates, an Obama appointee, was fired for refusing to defend the order and do her job. The White House says that refusal, quote, betrayed the Department of Justice. Yates said she didn't think it was legal. The White House said she was removed for refusing to enforce a legal order designed to protect the citizens of the United States. In related news, after the president paused, and it wasn't a ban, and it certainly wasn't making people illegal, it's a pause in refugees and travelers from 7 terror-prone countries. Let's call it the truth and what it really is, not the media spin that you're getting from everywhere else. Here's what happened right after that pause in travel and refugees. Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and Starbucks, amongst other large companies, railed against the move, saying it violated the country's principles. Interesting, these are businesses, not government arms or government offices. It violates the country's principles and risks disrupting its engine of innovation, money. Trump's next step could strike even closer to home for these tech companies, an executive order aimed at overhauling the work visa programs that tech companies depend on to hire tens of thousands of employees each year. And again, as I always say, the bottom line is the bottom line. Money is money, and that's what they're driven by, not the good of the country. Bottom line, the bottom line. And in more response and lawlessness and division in our United States, California may become a sanctuary state, not just a sanctuary city. There's legislation on the table today crafted by Democrats that would stop local law enforcement from cooperating with federal immigration authorities. The measure is scheduled for its first public hearing today. Moral war in America continues. Transgender children who identify as boys but were born girls are to be allowed to join the Boy Scouts of America for the first time. That means the Boy Scouts are no longer Boy Scouts. It's transgender now. God said he made us in his image, man and woman, distinctively. Please pray for our country. Finally, in some good news, President Trump is calling on large pharmaceutical companies to make their products in the U.S. and lower their prices. Trump met at the White House today with CEOs of Lilly, Merck, Amgen, Johnson & Johnson, and Novartis. Trump previously accused drug companies of charging astronomical, huge prices for drugs. Family of God, please keep praying for our United States. For united we stand, divided we will fail, as prophesied by Jesus. And there are powerful forces, profit-making forces, driven by money and the bottom line, really the devil's bait, trying to use lies and money to make sure we are divided and to divide us. Divided we will fail. Continue to stand for what we stand for, United States of America, founded on Judeo-Christian values of the Bible. Keep your eyes on the prize. Jesus returning in the skies.